What's going on, YouTube? It's Dagreenshiz here. It's back. CGC return. Those of you that don't know, I submitted 7 Amazing Rare Kyogres, one of my favorite cards. All that I have graded before. So I cracked 7 of them. I think there was like 5 9.5s, a couple 9s, I don't know. I believe that was the breakdown though, and there's a few other cards in here. But basically the goal was to create a couple of 10s out of those 9.5s and 9s with the new CGC grading standard. So obviously nothing has ever came and been released by CGC stating that. When I talked with Matt Queen, he said, basically just said nothing was ever officially changed or said that anything changed. People are learning new things and getting more comfortable with grading. People are doing more box breaks. That was kind of the answer. But obviously, through all these different people that have been analyzing it, more 10s are coming into the market. And this is my attempt just to see kind of if I am going to get more 10s. So let's crack this bad boy open right now. Here we go. Box has been opened. A lot of crap in here. Oh, they're heritage auctions. Collectible. That's cool. Doing advertisements and stuff. I respect it. Alright, so we're just going to jump into this. Without further ado, 9, CGC 9. So this probably could have been a 9 or could have been 9.5. I'm going to start with the other cards first and then jump into the Kyogre. So, Venusaur, basic 1996 from Japan. This was an 8. So, I submitted this originally with subgrades. Wow, that's a scuff and a half. That thing got scuffed. That's kind of annoying. Definitely scuffed. Yeah, so this was an 8. Basically resubbed this, hoping to just increase my grade. Obviously did a little bit, but nothing to write home about. This is a CGC 9 Slow King, first edition from Neo Genesis. This was an 8.5. So that is a good increase. And a 9 from an 8.5 is huge for me. It's on a different level, that grade, compared to an 8.5. There's crap all over this, though. That's going to remain to be one of my pet peeves for a while. Hoping I don't got a bunch of just scuffed slabs. You can see right there in between the card and the label. Next up, Typhlosion. This is the T17 in the English Neo Genesis set. This was an 8.5. So another upgrade. I would say you're probably less likely to get a 0.5 grade with doing no subgrades. Just because reasons. It's kind of hard just to land on a 0.5. It's easier just to put round numbers when you're grading cards. Dark Blastoise, Team Rocket Unlimited. This was not written down. So, yeah. I'll put it on the screen what it was. But this card is dang good. I want to say this wasn't a 9. I don't think I had the stones to crack a 9, but I definitely got a bunch of scratched, scuffed slabs here. Consistently in like the same spot too. Next up, Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. This was a 9. This remained the same, no upgrade. Completely the same card. Next up, this is a 6.5 Misty. So the issue with this card, you could maybe see it. The color fading down on the bottom probably is what's killing this. Either it's some type of water damage. I was hoping maybe I could slide through by getting rid of the subgrades. They definitely gave it a 6.5 even when they had subgrades, so them copying exactly is actually insane. The odds of that happening are probably really small because just grade replication in general, for higher grades it's a lot easier to replicate, but for these mid to low grades, like, I can't believe they actually recreated it, especially from flipping scales, going from a subgrade to no subgrade. Next up, 9.5 Kyogre, so likely not an upgrade. I did submit, I think, five 9.5s and 2 9s. I can't recall. Here's another 9.5. So this is their gem mint grade. So like their sister company CSG, their gem mint grade is now a 10. It used to be a 9.5, but they changed their scale. Don't think CGC is going to be doing that. Kind of just doubling down. No point of doing it now. Basically, at this point, another 9.5. Got 3 slabs left. Here is another 9.5. So far, probably no upgrades. Let's get down to the last 2. Boom! Let's go, baby! So I did get an upgrade, and that's huge. That is huge. The population on these 10s for all amazing rares have been kind of jumping, popping off. Again, some more slab damage. It's got like a skid mark on it from a mini Hot Wheel. But awesome to be able to pick up at 10. Really awesome. This, yeah, it's kind of doing exactly what I'd hope it would have done. And last but not least, it is... Boom! Let's go! Another 10, baby. So, yeah, just adding these to the collection. Sad they don't have subgrades. But yeah, it seems definitely grading without subgrades probably be a little easier for you, especially on modern. I don't know. I guess we'll see how that plays out. But I myself definitely have seen trends in just the number of 10s. Personally, just going to chalk it up as likely something, albeit small, it's also big at the same time. So I'm happy to see more 10s existing, achievable. That's huge. I got 2 more CGC 10 Kyogres. My favorite modern card by far. Just absolutely gorgeous. This is like a $2 card, raw or whatever price it is. So I would not be going investing in these cards. I just, honestly, just a fan of these. Just gives me like old school vibes, just because it's like the half print art. They need to do more of that. I definitely not. I like this type of texture. There's a lot of textures I don't like for some reason, but this one kind of just did it for me. I'm not sure. Just love it. So awesome to see that. So what does this mean? Let's jump into it. I told you so. I told you so. 2 10s. I submitted how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I submitted 7 of these. 2 10s. I only got 1 9 back. That's insane. I've graded 30 of these. 30. And these were like the highest ones, I'd say. I do have a couple more 9.5s that I didn't think were 9.5 worthy, so I didn't send them in. But I graded about 30 of these, and I've graded tons and tons of cards with CGC and have not obtained a lot of 10s. This is probably the smallest CGC submission I've ever done in my life, besides like a one-off, like a Super Express or whatever they are. But these, yeah, this is like 13 cards. And I got 2 10s. That's pretty dang good. Let's count. I'm just curious now. 4, 5, 6, 12. 12 cards, 2 10s. Almost every card upgraded. Literally, almost every card did. The Kyogres kind of stayed the same. There's a lot of 9.5 still, but I did upgrade 2 of them to a 10. Huge, huge. Those of you who have seen a Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles, he said CGC's in the play now. He is submitting more cards, and being able to achieve 10s is going to help. It's going to help. Though PWCC sales are showing when they're sold at a 99-cent no reserve auction, well, $10 no reserve auction, whatever. They are not achieving and matching PSA 10 prices at those auctions. Buy it nows are still selling. It seems pretty good. For whatever reason, the auctions are kind of falling flat. So I'm really curious to see how that plays out over the next few months. The PSA 10, CGC 10 price, because they had been pulling premiums, and obviously if there's more going to be funneling into the market, people will be a little skeptical and not be interested in buying them. Could be a chance to pick up some of them, because they're still, like, if you look at my my market analysis video I just did, I kind of break down how the 10s are trending for some of more of those vintage sets, and they're not drastically increasing. They are going up a little bit. Like, a couple of them are flatline, but there's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of them. I want to say there's like 13 or 11 or so first edition base 10s, which is not a lot. It's going to take a long time, if ever. Probably no one will ever have a 10 set for first edition base, which is kind of sad. It would be pretty cool to have it. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. Modern cards. So I'll just tell you straight up, kind of what I'm feeling, what I would do with CGC myself. I am a conditional rarity guy. I do like the black label. I like if I want a modern card, I'm not going to probably ever go buy a PSA 10 of it, because there's a bajillion. Maybe not of this card, because I think they shut down right around Vivid Volt or whatever this, yeah, this is Shining Fates. That's how much I know about modern. Shut down around there. I want to say it was after Shining Fates, though. Don't recall exactly. Shining Fates was 2021, so yeah, who knows. Anyways, my play for CGC, PSA, obviously I'm still going to submit to CGC, but it's still going to be tough to get 10s. Like, all my vintage cards, there's no 10s. I want 10s. It's going to be tough for me to send vintage cards into CGC if I feel there's a chance at a PSA 10. Obviously, the price is still there. It's still a thing. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be as play-by-play, exactly. So I'm going to buy a collection. Maybe I want to flip it real quick. So then CGC might be the play, just because of their turnaround times are better. So that's what was my history. That was like, I was buying all these collections and I wanted to grade a bunch of cards and I wanted to flip them. That's what I was doing. I was going to CGC because they had an actual turnaround time. So it's going to be case-by-case basis. CGC for this, PSA for that. Probably not BGS. I've had a pretty bad experience with them. But I will buy a black label here and there if they ever drop into my lap. So, not a fan of pretty much anything else from BGS. Even the gold label 10s are okay, I guess. They're cool. But I don't know, man. It's going to be a case-by-case, like I said. So I'll submit some stuff to CGC, some stuff to PSA. Basically, just those two players are going to be in my playbook. So looking forward to the future. It's going to be a hilly ride, and looking forward to it. So glad to have a couple more of these bad boys. If you're selling any English CGC 10 Kyogres, hit me up. I'm interested. Hit me up. Y'all have a good one. Peace.